Transfer deadline day and Chelsea are busy as hell. Todd Bowley loves to do business evidently on transfer deadline day because Chelsea shouldn't be this busy, but it's great for us. I've got a lot to talk about. Let's get into what we're covering in today's video. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to Chelsea is all but a done deal. He's doing his medical at 5 p.m. UK time, so literally in 2 hours and 19 minutes. That's when his plane lands. Marcos Alonso is going the other way. We will be talking about how much he cost. It is a bargain. Zakharyan from Dynamo Moscow. There are complications, and these complications are something Chelsea can't control, but it looks like we found a solution. He won't be Chelsea's player now, but he will be in the near future. I'm going to break it down for you. This one you should be very excited for because this kid is especial. I like what I see. And finally, you all wanted a centre midfielder. You all were shouting for a DM, even when I wasn't saying it, and it looks like Chelsea might be getting one. Chelsea went in for 2 DMs from Holland, and we will talk about both of them, and we'll give you the 4-1-1. I will tell you guys why I'm very interested in one, and I'm praying we avoid the other one. Let's get in. But before we get started, I think it's very important that you guys, number one, appreciate my trim. I've got a new haircut, got a nice beard sorted out, so you lot should be hitting the like button. We're aiming for 1,000 likes. Subscribe to the channel, and in the pinned comment, you already know the deal. In the pinned comment is my Instagram. Hit me up in the DMs, asking me any football-related questions you guys want. In the future, I'll be holding Q&As. All questions will have to go there, and then I'll answer them on a video. So let's get it started. Story number 1, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is coming to Chelsea. This deal is all but done. It suits all 3 parties. The deal has to always suit 3 parties for it to be concluded. 3 parties have to agree. Number 1, it has to be the player. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang wants to play. He's behind Robert Lewandowski, and he wants to play football, and he believes he's good enough. And I actually think he is good enough to be playing at the top level still, because he's a natural goal scorer. He's got all the attributes that you need to be scoring the goals for a long period of time. When I say long period of time, I mean the next 18 months, because in football, we can't look past 18 to 24 months. Sad reality. Number 2, Chelsea need a striker. We've been desperate. We've been crying for one, and it's not even a striker that we need. We just need a clinical finisher. We need someone else that wants to score the goals, because at this moment in time, with Kai and Mason 5 games in, 0 assists, 0 goals, it don't look pretty, son. It really don't. So we need someone, and Aubameyang fits the criteria, and Barcelona want to get him out because they need money, because they already have Robert Lewandowski. It makes sense. But what is the deal? The deal is very beautiful. The deal is 7.5 million euros. That's what's being reported by David Ornstein. Fabrizio is saying 15 million euros. So that's where the disparity is. Plus Marcos Alonso. That is a bloody great deal. That is a deal I can get behind. That is a deal I'm gassed about. And the reason I'm gassed about this deal, and the reason why I love this deal, is because Alonso's been a thorn in my team for a while. As much as Alonso came up with critical goals, Alonso did my head in with his ability to defend one-on-one. It was terrible. It was non-existent. So for me, a fullback needs to know how to defend. I couldn't have Trent Alexander-Arnold in my team, and Alonso offers nowhere near the productivity that Trent does. So you can only imagine how I felt about him. So this deal for me makes a lot of sense. This deal here benefits all 3 parties. And now let me give you my prognosis on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Do I think Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is a good player? I think he's a very good player. But do I think he can come to Chelsea and generate the goal-scoring production that he had at Arsenal, Barcelona, or Dortmund? I don't think so. Chelsea don't create nowhere near enough chances. Chelsea's problem is creativity in the final third. And Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is someone that demands supply. If you don't give him supply, he's not going to be scoring goals. He's not an individualistic player. He's not the type of player that's going to pick up the ball, beat 6 man and score a goal. He has not got it in his locker. Instinctive finisher, great movement, great ability to run into space, but we will need players find him. And this is where I'm getting worried. Everyone is convinced he's going to come in and score. I pray, I hope he is going to come in and score. But whether I believe this is going to happen, I'm very wary of this deal. I really am. Your cat, your mouse, your mum, your dad, your uncle, your gran, everybody in this world knew Chelsea needed another midfielder. And the reason Chelsea needed another midfielder is because you can't rely on Kovacic and Kante to stay fit. Jorginho's a good player, but Jorginho cannot play excessive amounts of minutes because his body will deteriorate, and you're going to have a diminishing return from Jorginho. But Chelsea insisted that Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Conor Gallagher were enough. Well, now it looks like they're not. So Chelsea have gone in for 2 centre defensive midfield, and they want to get one of them, and we're going to talk about the one I don't want first. Sangari from PSV. Thank God he signed a new deal and they've priced him out of him. I don't like this player. A lot of people like him because he's got a great build. He's very, they say, techie on the ball. He can dribble in and out of situations. From what I've seen of him live and of YouTube clips, I know YouTube clips aren't the best source before you lot start. Everything's in slow motion. Everything always needs to be under his time, his place. He needs to compose on the ball, and not in a good way. It stinks of a move that's going to be terrible, and we're going to have him on the loan squad, loan army for the foreseeable future. This deal is not happening. Chelsea inquired, PSV do not want to sell. Now we're going to talk about Alvarez, Edison Alvarez. What I saw from Alvarez, very good defensive, hard as nail midfield. Very combative, very aggressive in a challenge, and has all the attributes that you would want in a defensive midfielder. On the ball, not amazing. His touches are loose. His passing range takes a few seconds to release. And for me, he feels very meh. The signing's underwhelming, but Chelsea might just need that at this moment in time. I do think he's essential. I do think he's imperative. I think we need another midfielder in this team to just enable us to go to a 4-3-3, or maybe even go to a 4-2-3-1 with someone just giving us some balance in the midfield. Once we have the balance in the midfield, we can go. Alvarez is refusing to go into training. He's asking, he's demanding, actually, let me just put it this way. He's demanding to be sold. He's literally saying, sell me now. He is following the Anthony pursuit. The fee is going to be crazy if we get him. 50 million euros minimum. Chelsea apparently put that bid in and it was rejected. So anything north of that should be accepted. But today, Alvarez refused to come into training, and these are the reports that we have so far. There will be an update later tonight, whether we signed them or not. And that will either come at 11 if something mad happens. And if it doesn't, we'll release one tomorrow for you guys at lunchtime to have a video. Finally, we're going to talk about our good friend Arsene Zakharyan. So Arsene Zakharyan is a young player that Chelsea have been linked with. His agent was sitting with Todd Bowley during the last home game. And it looked like Chelsea are going to get the guy, but just not now. Chelsea need to get the money across to his club, Dinamo. And Dinamo can't get the money because to transfer money of that magnitude, you need to use something called a SWIFT account. SWIFT enables different countries to transfer money to each other. Zakharyan plays in Russia. Russia and the UK aren't on the best of terms. Do your own research. So Chelsea can't transfer money to the Russian economy. But what Chelsea apparently are going to do, and his agent has come out and there's some misquotations, I listened to it in Russian. She didn't say the deal's off. She said he can't be joining now. So essentially, it looks like he's going to be a Chelsea player until January because he's going to stay on loan over there. But the fee is done. The fee is agreed. Personal terms are agreed. It looks like that this deal is going to get done. There is no written confirmation on it yet, but this is a deal that is very exciting and we should be getting behind this. This kid is uber talented and I love to see uber talented people get opportunity. So let me know your thoughts, people. This is the Kavkas View. I hope you lot enjoyed it. So a quick roundup. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang looks set to join Chelsea. Marcos Alonso is set to leave Chelsea Football Club. Sangari, the deal is off because PSV don't want to sell. And Edison Alvarez potentially could be on Mexican international, 38 games. And Zakharyan looks to be done as well, but he will only be joining Chelsea in January, the way that Salina's going to be joining, the American goalkeeper. That's your Chelsea roundup. That's all you guys wanted. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. See you guys soon.